What's up, everybody? It's Connor and Joshua with Chamber One Tactical. Today's video is actually one we've been looking forward to. We here recently got in touch with and started a relationship with Gunner Optics. They sent us out a LPVO of one of theirs. They actually have 3 different models of it. This one specifically is the Odin
1 to 10.
1 to 10 by what's the objective? 28.
Yep.
And we actually really enjoyed that scope. So Gunner reached out to us when they came out with this. We actually got the prototype before it was released to do some testing with and see if we liked it and if we had any things that we thought they needed to do better on. So we're actually going to be going over, this is the Heimball. This is a 6 to 24 by 50. So a much different design, right? This is a high power variable optic is how they describe it on their website. This would be more for your long range. If you're a long range hunter, like we talked about on the Odin, you can hunt with that optic very easily, just not looking at super far distances.
Right.
Nothing past, a few hundred yards. So this is definitely geared toward the long distance shooter and or, the long distance hunter. So real quick, Joshua, if you want to go over, what is the price point of the Heimball?
This is the part that kind of shocked us.
Yeah.
Gunner has made major price adjustments, not just for this, they actually call it the HPVO, right? Not just for this optic, but for all of their optics overall. So originally, I know our Odin was a little bit more expensive, and now I believe it is down to $229.
Yep.
$229 for a really good optic.
Yep.
And then this optic right here is coming in at $279.
Yep.
So when you put that in perspective against the competition, that is really low.
So as Joshua and I were just saying, right now is the best time if you're looking for a Gunner optic to go and check them out. Due to their Black Friday sale, you can get up to 50% off of select scopes. All of them are on sale, and some are as high as 50% off. On top of that, if you are a listener of Chamber One Tactical, if you use the code T4G10, you can get an extra 10% off on top of the savings that Gunner is already giving you. So definitely check them out. If you're looking for a scope, an optic, anything like that, go check them out. Make sure you pick one up. You have until November 30th to get one, so go check them out. I don't know that you can get much lower. I mean,
you can, but they're not going to be good.
No. Yeah, I mean, the price point, they've really come and they already made a good product, and we've talked about that with the Odin. The products that they're putting out are high quality products, and we'll get into that a little bit more with this optic. But the price points that they just released, the new price points that they released, are very competitive with the market because you're getting everything that you're getting with high-end optics for a much cheaper price.
And right now, with Black Friday going on, you can actually get the mount and the case for free right now.
Yeah,
and
with
I know that's
any scope.
Right,
yeah.
And the case isn't as big a deal for me. Getting the mount for free is a big deal for me. So
Absolutely.
now's definitely the time to buy one.
Yeah. So getting into the specifics of the optic itself, obviously we do have the mount. This mount is very similar, if not the exact same, to the one that we got with the Odin. So we've already talked about this on the Odin, and if you guys haven't already seen that video and you're interested in an LPVO, definitely go check that out. But what's really cool to me is they put the actual torque specs on the scope mount itself. Now, that may bother you that you've got extra white writing on there, and if it's that big of a deal, take a Sharpie and Sharpie it out. But it's really nice that they go ahead and put that on there for you, so you don't have to carry around a little booklet or have Google to look up what's the torque specs on my Gunner mount. It's there for you. So it's really difficult to mess this system up.
Even for the ones that actually mount to the rifle.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, they show you everything. And I will say that it is a very strong lockup.
Yes.
This is a very rigid setup that they have for both the LPVO and this HPVO. So again, this is definitely geared more toward the longer distance shooter. However, it is a first focal plane optic. So
which is good.
You can still take those close-up shots, and the reticle is not humongous to where it's taking up your entire target. So when you have this thing at the lowest setting, which is a 6 power, it's a very simple crosshair, and then as you turn the magnification even higher, obviously that's going to zoom in and show up all your different adjustments that you can have on your reticle that are there for you.
And I will say just about the Gunners, and this is Gunners overall, not just this optic, specifically, but this is so smooth.
Yes.
You know, we've been through a lot of other LPVOs, and you don't always find them being that smooth when you actually go to zoom in or zoom out.
It's a very refined feel.
Correct.
Just you know, either bearings or whatever you want to compare it to. It's just a very smooth.
Yep.
There's not the like starting off it's really hard and then it kind of goes away. All of it is the same, you know, ease of use, and you can just do it with one finger. I mean, it's very easy.
Yep.
So this one is going to be on the actual Odin. It was a 1/4 inch MOA adjustments. This is actually going to be an 1/8 inch MOA adjustment. So again, kind of geared towards the more precision shooter, longer distance. You have a little bit more micro adjustments in your actual adjusting for your zero.
And I like the way that they have, you know, the adjustments on there are very tactile and very easy to use as well.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I really like this setup personally. And another cool thing I think that comes into play with a lot of different shooters is this does have the zero stop top turret. So if you make your adjustments for elevation, you can, without looking, go back to 0 and it will stop at 0, and you know exactly where your 0 is. And I know that's available on a lot of different optics, but sometimes it gets a little weird up in the turret. It causes where it's not exactly perfect every time where you set the cap back down. And we definitely didn't have that problem with this scope. It's very tactile, like you said, and it's very precise on where your adjustments are.
Yep.
And this one is illuminated. So
Yes,
you have, just like the Odin, and that's another thing we liked on the Odin, was you have actual settings in between your brightness setting that you can turn it off just by a simple
You don't
up or
have
down
to do
motion.
a full half turn or full turn to get. It's literally in between each brightness setting is off.
Yes, and I really like that,
Because then you can just be one click away from the setting you wanted to be at.
And if you know, like in a low light hunting situation, and you're thinking you're going to need to use this just so you can see your reticle, you can go ahead and kind of set it where you'd want it and turn it off, and turn it on right when you need it. So I really like the setup, and you also have your focus up here on the left as well, where your illumination adjustment is. You have your focus for the different yardages where you want to be focused at. So everything about the scope, you know, this is actually my hunting setup, and this was actually Joshua's hunting setup.
Yes.
So they both can be used for the hunting use, and they can also both be used
And we found out this deer season that they work, right?
That's true. Joshua did, yeah. And I know this is kind of late in the hunting season to pick up a scope, but I don't know that you're going to find a better price point. And like you said, for Black Friday, you're getting the mount with it. So for the price of $279 or $229, I really don't know that you're going to be able to beat that. The quality, these are both waterproof, fog proof, and the clarity that you get with these scopes is definitely worth more than what they're asking. I think the price that they have on them is really competitive for what you're getting with these scopes.
And I think the value that we bring to this conversation is not that we've had the most expensive optics out there, but we've dealt with a lot of the cheap ones.
Yeah.
And some of them coming in at the same price as this, and we're getting good quality out of this optic for what we spent on other ones that I really wasn't that impressed with.
Stuff that you could definitely tell was cheap.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, I think Gunner is doing a really good job. Definitely go check out their website, because they do have, I believe, a 1-6, a 1-8, and a 1-10 in their LPVO.
Yep.
And then they now have this Heimdall, which is, like we said, a 6 to 24 by 50. So they definitely have a lot of options out there. Go check them out. Make sure you guys get in the sale for Black Friday if you can get one, because you can go ahead and get them out for free. But if you guys have any questions, let us know down in the comment section. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.